and if I do the consistency check again, see, system will throw the error that this BOM is not existing. See, no matching alternate BOM exists. Continue. It will throw the error and it will show you BOM does not exist. So if you close, see, there is a error, there is a red symbol. That means this BOM is not. So system will check whether the data you entered is already existing in the system or not. It is valid or not? It will check, and accordingly it will give you the information. Accordingly you will correct the errors. Okay. So now again I'm entering one. Again we'll do the consistency check. Both are existing. Close this. Now we have the green lights. Okay. So now once all the data is entered, everything is okay. You click on the button continue. So your production version is created, and then continue, and then you save it. Okay, so this is how you will be creating the production version. So production version is basically a combination of BOM and routing. Your rate routing you are going to use to manufacture a product. Suppose in some industries what happens is, for a particular product you might be having more than one BOM. You can have more than one routing, which we discussed alternate routings in our master data classes. So in that scenario, you don't know which BOM and which routing you are going to use. So that you put it in the production version. Okay. So once the production version is done, we will be creating product cost collector. So what happens is, in case of repetitive manufacturing, we are not using production orders. So there is no production order settlement. So how the cost will be settled? So what they do is, they will be creating a product cost collector. And using this product cost collector, all the costs are settled to this product cost collector. Okay, so this product cost collector will be creating in the system for our particular material. So the transaction code KKF6, and just 1 minute, KKF6, yeah. Okay, so this is the transaction. In the real time, this product cost collector will be created by the finance people. We will not be creating it. Okay, so the product cost collector is mandatory to execute the repetitive manufacturing flow. If you don't create the product cost collector, you cannot continue with your repetitive manufacturing flow. Okay, so that is what we'll be doing. We are creating the product cost collector. So click on the button create, create product cost collector. Okay, so system will give you this pop-up box. Enter the material, enter the plant, and select the order type. Okay, so I'm selecting CO01, and controlling level is our production version. So enter our production version. As of now, we have only one production version. Enter the production version, confirm. Okay, see, some finance settings are not there. Still, let us go and see what will happen. Okay, so you'll be getting this screen. You enter all the business area, costing variant, planned, product cost collector, costing variant, actual, PP3, then business area. Okay, that's okay. Enter. Okay, then go to header. All the data got picked up from the material. Some of the data got picked up from the material. You go to production process. You enter your costing lot size. My costing lot size is 100. Okay, so once all the data is entered, just save the product cost collector. Hope you don't get any issues. No default rule has been defined for order type CO01 in plant 1200. Wait, we'll be creating a new KKF6. Somebody changed all the finance controlling related settings in this system. That is a problem. We'll use RM01. Okay, now data has come. Header, enter. Okay. Okay, so you'll be creating the preliminary cost estimate. Okay, yes. Okay, so your product cost collector is created. Your product cost collector is created for this particular material, for the particular finished product. Okay, so once all the product cost collector is created, we will be starting with our planning. Okay, so planning, whether you are doing SOP, demand management and your MRP, this remains the same like your discrete manufacturing. So planning, whatever the industry type you are working, planning remains the same. There is no change in the planning. Okay, all transactions, all functionalities, everything remains the same for this particular repetitive manufacturing, or the one which we are going to see in our next classes, process industry, all remains the same. Okay, so what I will do is I'll enter the some requirement. Let us go to MD04 screen of this particular finished product. Okay, 2141, enter. Okay, as of now there is no stock, there are no requirements. Already I have assigned with strategy 10, planning strategy 10. So I'll be entering some forecast for this particular finished product. Okay, so I'm entering some demand. Okay, and then we'll execute MRP, and then we'll go to the planning table. Okay, so this is the normal planning. Instead of doing the SOP activity, sales and operations planning activity, I'm entering planned independent requirements directly to the material, and we'll be executing MRP, and then we'll go to the planning table and we'll execute the planning function. Okay, of course in between your sales orders will come from sales. That's anyhow. So I'm executing basically planning strategy 10. Okay, so let me enter some planned independent requirements for this particular finished product. Okay, so let me go to /MD61. Okay, so basically when you are understanding the repetitive manufacturing flow, you need to understand where is the difference. What is the difference between discrete and repetitive manufacturing? Those things you should be clear with. Okay, you will get rarely an opportunity to work in repetitive manufacturing. So because very few industries will adopt this repetitive manufacturing. So in real time, when you're in your career, you will not get that much opportunity to work on repetitive manufacturing like discrete. Okay, so basically if you know the differences between these two, then that is more than enough. Okay, so enter the requirement, enter the your requirements. I'm entering in weekly buckets. Okay, monthly buckets. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so now save the planned independent requirements. Okay, so now if you go to stock requirement list, you will be able to see the planned independent requirements, which is nothing but forecast. Okay, so this LSF is coming because of the planning strategy 10. In case of planning strategy 10, the planned independent requirement type is LSF. That is why it is coming LSF. This we discussed in our demand management classes in detail. Okay, so now I'll execute MRP at material level. MRP also remains the same. There is no change in the MRP. So I'm executing MRP at plant level. Material level. So I executed MRP. You'll be getting your planned orders. Okay, so go to stock requirement list screen. You'll be getting your planned orders. Okay, so now if you want to convert this planned order to production order, you will not be able to convert. See, there are no buttons. Normally in discrete, what happens? If you want to create production order, you take the planned order and you'll be clicking on there. You'll be finding there's some buttons here. Those buttons you'll be clicking on those buttons. But if you observe carefully, there are no buttons. Those buttons. That means you cannot convert the planned orders to production order. That is the main feature of repetitive manufacturing. Even though if you want to create production orders, system will not allow you to create production orders in case of repetitive manufacturing. Okay, so that's what you need to understand. So there is no provision to create production orders from the planned orders. That is the main important feature. Okay, so your production order, your planned orders has been created. So using these planned orders only, you will be triggering the production activity. You will be starting the production activity. So before that, you will be using another function called line loading. your line loading. So what is this line loading? So line loading will tell you which planned order has to be executed on which machine. Okay, suppose let's say in your organization, let's say you have two production lines, production line 1, production line 2. Now you have your planned orders, Now the question is which planned order has to be executed on which line. Okay, so let's say you have quantities, so those quantities you will be assigning to the lines. Okay, so you'll be assigning the lines. Basically production people will come to know if there is more than one line, if there is more than one production line in your organization, then which planned order has to be executed on which line. So that assignment as a planner you will be doing in this line loading function. So line loading function, you will take the planned orders which are created and those you will be assigning to the production lines. That is what you will be doing here in the line loading function. Okay, so now let's do that. So before that, to do that, you should have two lines. We have, as we have already only one line, I'll be creating one more production line in the system. So I'll be creating one more production line. So to create one more production line, you need to create one more work center. Okay, so I'm creating one more. Now I'm creating 7_22. I'm copying it from the existing one, 7_11. Enter. 7 run production line 2. So this is the production line 2. Okay, enter. Default values, enter. Okay, all data is entered. Okay, now I'm saving this. So once you have one production line, different production line, you should have a different rate routing. So that you will be executing through a different line, right? So you should have a different rate routing. So we created one more rate routing. Enter. So already we have one rate routing. So system is showing you already you have one rate routing. So I'll be creating one more rate routing. Click on new entries. Now the group counter is 2. Usage 1, status 4. Go to operations. Now enter your new production line. Okay, production operation line 2. Okay, now here you define the rate. Let's say it's having a different rate, different production rate. Let's say it is having 3 hours. 100 kg is produced in 3 hours, let's say. Okay, so that's how you define the rate. So basically here what we are doing is for the same product we are creating two different production lines. That's what we are doing here. Okay, now save the rate routing. So once the rate routing is created, you need to create the second production version. So go to again MM02. You create one more production version. So go to work scheduling, plant is 1200. Okay, go to click on the production version. Already we have one production line. So we'll be creating one more production version. Production version 2. Production on line 2. Okay, so enter valid from date. It is also valid from the same date. Okay, so put the cursor on the production line 2, production version 2, click on details. So now you enter the data. Task list type is rate routing. Group, your group remains the same. Only thing is group counter is 2. And we have only one BOM. So enter the BOM as usual. BOM. So what rate routing you are going to use and what BOM you are going to use, will be entering here. And it is repetitive manufacturing. Activate this indicator. And my production line is 7_22. That you need to enter. Okay, so once enter, do the consistency check. Both are existing. Close this and then continue, and then you continue. Okay, now you have two production versions. That means to produce this product you have two lines. That's what we have done. Okay, so now we will be executing the line loading function. Okay, so let's go to SAP Easy Access screen, go to logistics, go to production, go to repetitive manufacturing, planning table, MF50. Okay, you go to transaction MF50. This is the extra activity we have in repetitive manufacturing, which we are not having in discrete manufacturing. Okay, so you enter plan. You go to the planning table. And then you take this planning table and you will assign the planned orders which are created to the production lines. So enter your plant, enter your work, and don't enter production line. Okay, enter your material, select the option as material, remove that class type, everything. Okay, so my period is months. I entered my forecast as a monthly period, so select the option monthly period and change the period, or let us put 31/12/2017, put that, and my start period is this one, 01. From 10th month onwards we entered requirements, right? So enter the 10th month. Okay, so enter the period of examination, on which period you want to see the data in the table. Select your buckets and then go to scheduling. Okay, scheduling is everything. Okay, go to control. Okay, so you want to see only materials with production, and you want to see the requirement. Okay, yes, select those options, and then you also select material overview, line overview. This also you select. So once all the data, all the required parameters are selected, now you go to click on the button execute planning table. So you will be getting the planning table. So system is automatically picking up the two lines for this particular product. So for this particular product 2141 we have two production lines. Are you able to see 7_11 and 7_22? So these two lines it is taking. Then click on continue. Okay. So you will be getting this screen. Okay, so here these are your planned orders. These are your planned orders which are not yet assigned. Okay, so we are here, not yet assigned. Okay, so these planned orders now you will be assigning to the production line. See, as production people should know which month, which line they have to use. Production people should know, right? So that's what we are doing it here. So planner will assign these planned orders to these lines. Okay, so now these are the two lines we have. Production version 7_11, this is line 1 and this is the line 2. So now you take these planned orders and you will assign to these lines. So now let's say October month planned order, I want to execute on line 1. So what you need to do is put the cursor on that planned order. On top there is a button select. On top there is a button with indicator called select. So you click on that button. Immediately that planned order will get selected. Now you will assign that planned order. Okay, so you click on this button, reassign quantities. So once you click on that, system will show how many lines you have here, line 1, line 2. Okay, so now how much quantity you want to produce on this line 1, whether full quantity or partial quantities. Let's say you want to execute this 100 quantity in both lines. So you enter here 50/50. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so you will be entering the quantity over here. No, not quantity, sorry, percentage. Suppose let's say I want to execute full quantity 100% on this production version, then you enter the percentage. Don't get confused with the quantity with the percentage. This is the one we are entering percentage. This is not the quantity. Okay, so this, suppose let's say you want to produce half on this machine, half on this line, half on this line. So then you enter 50/50. This is the percentage. Okay, so that's what you will enter here. Let's say I want to produce entire October month quantity on line 1. So you enter 100 here. You enter 100 here and then you click on check. Okay, check, and then you adopt. So when you do that, your planned order will get assigned to this line 1. Are you able to see? Your planned order got assigned to this line 1. Now November month planned order. I want to do it on line 2. So again, same thing. Put the cursor on the planned order. Select, click on the button select. Those planned order got selected. Click on the button reassign quantities. Now I want to do it on 100% on line 2. So 100 line 2, 100. If you enter 50/50, what happens is the planned order which is there, that will get splitted, and you will get one more planned order in the system. Okay, with remaining quantity. So now I want to execute this November month planned order on line 2. So enter the 100% on line 2. Click on check and adopt. Okay, see, now it got assigned to line 2. So in this manner, you will be doing the line loading function. So now again December month, I want to do it on line 1. Okay, enter 100% on line 1, adopt, it got assigned. Now again January 2007, I want to do it on line 2, select, reassign quantities, enter 100, sorry, line 2, right? So enter this here, adopt, click on adopt, it got assigned. Now again February month, select, I want to do it again on line 1, okay, 100%, adopt. Again November month, March month, I want to do it on line 2, okay, reassign quantities 100%. Okay, so this is how you do. Okay, so here how the scenario I developed is every month I want to use different line, or of course February, March month I'm using this consecutive months I will be using the same line. So in this manner you will be assigning the planned orders to the production lines. Once you assign this, once you save this, what happens is your planned orders will be assigned with the production line. Your planned orders will be assigned with the production line. Once I save over there, you see what happens over here. Okay, so once I am saving the planning table, I'm saving the planning table. So changes are done. So now if you go to the MD04 screen, if I refresh, see what happened. System is now for the planned orders showing the respective lines, nothing but your production version. So system is showing the assigned production version to the planned order. So production people will see this planned order and they will check for the line, or they will come to know that okay, this planned order needs to be executed on this line. So they will use that line and they will start the production. Okay, so that is how you use the production line. And one more thing is planned order will get a symbol of this star. That means the planned order will get formed. The star symbol means it got formed. Okay, so this is how you will be using the line loading function. Okay, so in the line loading function, basically you assign your production quantities to your respective production lines. That is what you will be doing it. Now once that is done, your production activity will get started, and then your production will get completed, and then you do the goods receipt. So here what happens is most of the times your goods receipt, goods issue will be happen simultaneously because you are continuously producing the product. So most of the time you will be using the backflash function. So you will be both goods issue, confirmation, GR all will be done at same time. All will be done at same time using single transaction, which is called backflashing transaction. Okay, so once your goods receipt is done, all these activities will take place. Okay, so we'll do the confirmation and goods receipt activity. So the transaction code is MFBF. Very simple, only with single transaction all activities are done. Your goods issue, confirmation and your GR all done at one with single transaction. That is called REM confirmation. The transaction code is MFBF. Okay, so now enter your material. What is our material? Our material is 2141. This is my plant. Okay, enter the, let's say the first planned order production is completed, let's say. So you take this planned order, enter the planned order number, and it is done on the machine line 7_11. Enter that production version, you enter, and what is our quantity? Let's say we produced 100. Enter 100. Then location, to which location you are transferring the stock. So enter the location, the manufactured stock. Let's say I am transferring it to this location, storage location. Enter once. No active standard cost test exists. Standard cost estimate we saved, right? What happened again? Okay, not a problem. So now normally what happens is once you enter this data, you just simply clicking on the button post. You'll be clicking on this button post. Once you post that, your all activities like GI goods issue, your confirmation and then your GR. All these three activities will be done simultaneously. I will show you some screenshot. See, the problem is somebody has changed all the finance settings in the system, so that is why we are getting those kind of errors. Okay, let me show this one of the document I have where I documented it. So we are here, right?
Cost estimate, we didn't look at cost estimate.
Pardon?
Look at cost estimate over there.
Yeah. So the active standard cost estimate we will be doing. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. So now when you do this MFBF, what happens is, see, you will be, once you click on the button save, your GI with the document will get posted. All will happen simultaneously. And you will be getting the stock. Okay, and that planned order, see, you will be getting the stock over here. See, only thing is you need to understand is all three will happen at simultaneously. Goods issue, backflush will done. Your components will get posted from stock. Goods issue, component backflush, backflush.
Backflashing setting.
Pardon your question. We will discuss. Just wait. Your confirmation will happen at the same time, and then your GR also will happen. Goods receipt. All three will happen simultaneously. Okay, so that is what you will be having it. Again, some not sure this. I'll correct this problem, and we will show it tomorrow for the same material before starting the next one. Okay, so normally once you save it, everything will happen automatically in the back end. Automatically. Okay, so that is what the what do you say, a repetitive manufacturing. We created the preliminary cost estimate, right?
No, we didn't create a cost estimate. We just created an estimate. We didn't release it.
I'm not sure. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that, and we'll see it. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. So that is what the your what do you say, repetitive manufacturing. That's what how this works in the similar fashion. Only thing is, the major difference is here you will not have the order. You will not have the production order. With the planned order only, you will be doing the production execution. Okay, once you do the goods receipt, automatically your all remaining pending activities will take place. Like you will be getting the cost will get posted, your activities will get posted, and you'll be getting your stock. All those things will happen when the uh, goods receipt happens in the system. Okay, so that's what. Yeah.